Good morning. This is the second part of your 2023 planning, but this video is going to always be timely and always be important because we are talking about partners and the importance of having partners. Every single property, I don't care what your service requirement is, every single property should always be open and willing to look and find partners because partners make your life easier as a manager. Partners help you with services, they help you with materials, they help you planning services. They are so important. Every single property should have at least one go-to partner that they know that they can have a great service with, or they just totally take over and do the service for you. Um, and a lot of them also have their own funding where you don't have to spend your own money, the property's money to get these services done. Partners are so important. I cannot stress that enough. Some of the biggest helpers and biggest partners we've had and used in the past. First, I've been saying it for 5 years now, is Texas AgriLife. Your county extension agent through the Texas A&M AgriLife program should be your best friend. Again, I don't care what your service requirements are, your county extension agent through Texas AgriLife should be someone that you communicate with at least once a year to do programs on your property. They have to do so many programs a year to get their funding and to keep their jobs. They have so much vital and important information that is good for all ages. So no matter what the demographics on your property are, they are a huge and amazing partner. And I will say that, the outgoingness, helpfulness is dependent on what county you are in. There are a few counties that really are not as outgoing and amazing as most of them, but 95% of the counties and agents I have dealt with I've been dealing with them for over 10 years now, are amazing. They work hard and they love what they do and they bring so much to your property. So again, I don't care what your service requirements are. If you are a manager of a property, you should reach out and contact your county extension agent. And if you don't know how to do that, I will tell you. I can send you the link, but everybody should be in contact with their Texas AgriLife County Extension agent. Another great help that comes to a lot of properties are home health agencies. And they are wonderful for doing health screenings. They do a great job doing health and nutrition little classes and programs. And they also love to do bingos. And most of the time when they do bingos, they will bring prizes and sometimes they will also bring refreshments for those. So they are wonderful partners to have as well. Next, insurance salesmen, insurance companies. No matter what type of insurance, obviously their livelihood depends on people signing up and using them, but they give a 10-minute spiel about what they do, what they cover, which if you are a T-Shack property, it could cover a point for personal insurance workshop. It's just a side note. But they also are really good partners when it comes to bingos, and they usually also bring prizes and are willing to come out and do that. Also, insurance people usually can cover a lot of the financial planning and financial type classes that you may need on your property. Not as many of you have been able to successfully partner with your food banks as I would like. But those of you who have been having some amazing success. But reach out to your local food bank. And if you, I mean, most of you are very rural, but if you're like itty bitty local food bank is not helpful, see if you can do some research to see who the bigger feeder is. Like, for example, the Central Texas Food Bank wants to partner with us, and they cover a huge area. I want to say at least 25 or 30 of our properties are serviced by the Central Texas Food Bank, and they want to do programs and classes with us. And as of yet, I don't know if any of the properties I've sent information to have partnered with them. Our manager in Sabinal has partnered with a local food bank, and she's able to give her tenants tons of food, not just like canned good, dry goods, but also they bring fresh produce that she can pass out. She's had huge success with her local food bank, and Bay City Manor in Bay City partners with their food bank, and they've come and done some amazing educational cooking, nutrition classes for her residents. So reach out to your food bank and see if they do classes and or if they would donate extra food for your personal food pantry on property, or if they have a program for seniors where they can sign up and get food delivered to them. Those are all great options that really all you have to do is make the contact, and then they do most of the work. Workforce Solutions, I've been working really hard to get as many of you that can benefit point-wise to have a Workforce Solutions partnership. I would say about 45 of our properties currently have those, and I'm working on about 3 or 4 more properties to get those. Because one, if this is a service that you can get points for, it's 2 points for very minimal work, which is something y'all need because you are busy and you have a lot going on. If I have successfully gotten the contract signed with you for your property, you need to make sure that you are reaching out to them at least once a quarter and asking for flyers and the latest information. And all you have to do is post it, whether you post it in the laundry room, whether you have it in your office. They do so much and have so many great tools for your residents that it's something that is a huge benefit. And again, with minimal effort from you, the main thing you have to do is either pick up the phone or send an email at least once a quarter and say, hey, can I have your latest information? Even those of you who do not have this as a service requirement, if you have a large population that they're either out of work and looking for work, or they don't have jobs and you think they would benefit from jobs, or teenagers that could be entering the workforce and it would make a huge impact on their life, those are all things that Workforce can help with. And just imagine how your demographics and the attitude on your property would change if more residents started finding good jobs or getting good training where they could get better jobs. It's pretty awesome. Also, law enforcement. I've shared in team calls the amazing presentation that Taylor Police Department did for us at Grace Place. It was so informative, and they did such a good job, and the residents just loved it. They loved it so much that they recently just did it again. So the people who weren't able to do it or the new residents could come and hear the information and also ask more questions. You know, and again, every community is different, but 95% of the communities you live in, your first responders and your law enforcement want to be involved and want to have a positive impact on your community. And they don't only want to come to your community when there is a problem. If you have the law enforcement partnership, you have to do something once a quarter. And it's not that hard. You can invite them for milk and cookies. You can invite them for a barbecue. You can invite them for a game day. The main thing on this partnership is you invite them to come to your community once a quarter for something fun. Okay, you can also reach out to them to do education, which is amazing, but also include something fun for them so they can relax and not like be on duty and having to work, where they can just enjoy getting to know you, getting to know your residents. Other great partners in your community: churches, the local school district. You know, if you have connections to members of a Rotary Club or a Kiwanis Club or a Lions Club, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to people that you know and just give them a short synopsis of what your services are and why you're doing them, and just say, do you have anyone who would like to volunteer and share their talents? Who knows who you might find? Um, you know, some of the people y'all have found partners with on your own just through personal connections has just blown my mind. So don't be afraid to just ask your friend and see if they have any connections. I know that reaching out to strangers or starting a conversation can be difficult. So I am here to help you find partners. I usually start by sending emails that I copy you on, and I start and get the conversation going. Now, the challenge is once I make that connection, you have to follow up and follow through. Now, I'm about to get on my soapbox because I cannot tell you how many amazing partnerships we have lost because the manager did not follow through once I set up the connection. I do not have time to find 14 partnerships for all 114 properties and keep them going. Okay, that would be like a full-time job for 10 people. Okay, I can help make the connection. I have sat through Zoom calls. I have had to sit through conference calls to help set up partnerships for y'all. And after I've put in all that time and effort, if you cannot follow up with them by email or phone call and we lose that partnership, it makes me look bad, it makes Hamilton Valley look bad, and it makes you look bad. And then if you leave that property, it is next to impossible to convince those people to give us another chance when a new manager comes in. And it makes me so angry when I spend hours and hours and hours finding new partners and then you won't follow through with them. I know you are busy. Everyone is busy. For a year, I've been saying we need to stop saying I'm busy and using it as an excuse because everyone is busy. If you ask me to help you find you partners and you do not follow through and follow up and we lose that partner, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting your residents, you're hurting this company, and you are hurting all the future managers that may never be able to get this partner to come back to their property because you couldn't return an email or you couldn't return a phone call. And if some of you are as bad at replying to partners as you are to replying to my emails, I can only imagine what a struggle it's going to be, because it's so frustrating for me to work really hard or for a previous manager to work really hard and then they give you all of this on a platter and say, here you go. And then you won't take the time to reply to an email or a phone call. So getting off my soapbox. So your challenge for this 2023 planning is you need to determine who you need to find partnerships with and if you need help with that. Okay? You know, I made that Rachel Rambles about you taking responsibility for your property. Okay? So for this year's planning, I am not making you copy me on an email to Texas AgriLife. I'm not making you fill out a form. I am putting the responsibility on you that if you need help connecting or finding partners, you need to let me know. And I will help you. But then it's back on you that you will follow up and you will do the scheduling. Okay? I love the challenge of finding partners and finding those connections for you. But after all that work that I put in, I expect you to pick up the ball and make that partnership work. Okay? So, your 2023 challenge this month for October is to just reply. You don't have to reply as soon as you watch this video, but you have to think about what services you need to do. And if there are any partners that you need to fulfill your required services, or if you don't have a ton of required services, but you like to go above and beyond and find partners that will help you and your residents, you know, also reply and let me know, and I can help make connections for you. So there's your challenge, there's your assignment, and there's my soapbox about partners all rolled into one video. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, but I definitely need you to step up and take some of the responsibility for this in continuing the partnerships. Okay, thank you and have a great day.